Welcome to the Explainer. Let's be real. In project management, good information isn't just nice to have. It's literally everything. But how do you actually get it from the people you need it from? Today, we're breaking down an essential toolkit of proven methods for gathering top-notch, reliable data for your projects. Let's get into it.
It really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? You're juggling deadlines, you're trying to stick to a budget, and you've got a whole team looking at you for answers. So how can you be sure the info you're basing all your big decisions on is, actually solid?
Because, and let's be super clear about this, getting the right information isn't just another box to check. It is the absolute bedrock of any successful project. If you don't have it, you are pretty much flying blind.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're trying to get a straight answer, a consistent update, just the real story of what's happening on the ground. Man, it can feel like you're herding cats sometimes. It's a huge challenge, but it's one every project manager faces.
So, what's the answer here? Well, the source material we're looking at today actually boils it all down to a single powerful number, and that number is 7. There are 7 core techniques you need to know.
And here's why that's so cool. This gives us a framework. You got to think of these 7 techniques like a toolkit, right? I mean, you wouldn't use a screwdriver to hammer in a nail, would you? Of course not. It's the exact same idea here.
All right, so let's crack open that toolkit and see what we've got inside. We're going to walk through the 7 essential data collection methods that you should have ready to go at all times.
So what are these common methods? Let's run through them. First up, interviews. These are awesome for when you need to get that really deep, detailed info from one key person. Then you have group meetings, which are perfect for building consensus or hearing a bunch of different perspectives at once. Next is observation. That's for when you need to see how a process really works, not just how it's supposed to. You can also try a temporary job assignment. Yeah, you actually do the job for a little while. Nothing beats that for first-hand experience. Then there are questionnaires, which are great for gathering hard numbers or opinions from a ton of people all at once. And hey, don't forget the low-hanging fruit, reviewing internal and outside documents, and of course the existing software. So many answers are already sitting right there waiting for you.
But here's the kicker. There's no single best tool. It's not one size fits all. An interview might give you incredible detail that a questionnaire just can't, but that questionnaire can reach 100 people in an afternoon. The real art is knowing exactly which tool to grab for the job at hand.
Okay, so you've used your tools, you've got your data. Time to call it a day, right? Whoa, not so fast. Because this next part, this is what really separates the pros from the rookies. You have to verify your information.
Look, just gathering information is only half the job. Let's be honest. People have their own perspectives, documents get outdated, and wires get crossed all the time. The real magic is in validating what you've collected to make sure it's not just an opinion, but a cold, hard fact. And there's a professional term for this. It's called triangulation. It sounds super technical, right? But the idea is actually incredibly simple. All it means is checking your facts. You confirm one piece of info by hearing it from at least a couple of other different sources. It's your built-in quality control. So how do you actually do it? Easy. It's just 3 steps. Step 1, ask the same important questions to a few different people. Step 2, lay all the answers out and see how they stack up against each other and against any docs you have. And step 3, this is the important one, when you spot a difference, and trust me, you will, that's your cue to dig deeper. You keep asking questions until the full picture comes into focus. And this brings us to the final crucial step for anything that's a real make-or-break piece of information. You can't just leave it up to chance or someone's memory. As the source material says, if it's critical, you need to get it in writing and have the key people sign off on it. Seriously, this one move creates that single source of truth and can save you from a world of headaches later on.
Okay, so we've got the tools in our toolkit. We know how to check our work. Now it's all about putting it into practice, right? It all comes down to application.
So here's the big takeaway. A truly great project manager isn't just, well, a manager. They're a strategist. They know exactly which tool to pull from the toolkit for the task at hand, and then they're relentless about making sure that information is solid. That is how you build a project that's destined for success.
So I'll leave you with this to chew on. The very next time you need to get some information for your project, whether it's a big decision or a small detail, which tool from this toolkit are you going to reach for first? And maybe more importantly, why?